Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Friday Night Ramblings. We just got done cleaning the new milling machine. It's behind you there. I'll show you that here in a minute. And we've got us some new tool purchases. So we picked up off of Marketplace a couple of Reelcraft oxyacetylene hose reels. We'll be selling one of them, but got a pretty decent shaped new hose kit. I don't know how long it'll last. They do look old, but they might last a little while. Then right here we actually picked up a second Kurt DX6, just like the one on the 3-axis milling machine. Got this on eBay for an incredible deal. It's got one little blemish right here. You can see that. And it's got some very light surface rust up top here. And I got about 50% off of a new price. So I've been wanting to buy one of these. I was just going to buy a new one. I checked on eBay and found it, and what do you know? When does that ever happen? So all it's missing is the handle, which I don't really care about because I bought like 4 more of these, just little speed handles. So they'll be here soon. We picked up yet another blowgun here. I really like these. These are Coil Hose Pneumatics brand. I think I threw the tag away already, but I use them a lot. I got them everywhere. Just picked up a couple of bottles. And then some degreaser, and that's it on the tools. Nothing else to show. Next week you're going to see quite a bit of stuff. That's really it on the tool purchases. You're going to be seeing quite a bit next Friday. I got a whole mess of stuff coming. But anyway, we cleaned up this milling machine here. And it turned out way, way cleaner than I expected. Cleaned the entire thing. Looks pretty darn good. There's some paint missing, of course, but it is an older machine. And I just wanted to show you this. I believe the noise that we're getting is all coming out of that power feed. You hear that? We're gonna try to disassemble this though, just to see where it's all coming from. And I'm gonna show you what I did to the lathe. It was not pretty. You're gonna go up to the barn with me. You all haven't seen the barn yet. That's where I keep a lot of my extra junk, which the lathe now might be. Little spoiler for you. I did drop it. I dropped it. That's all I'm going to tell you right now. We're going to try to disassemble this real quick. Yeah, we're going to try to disassemble this and just pull this. This power feed does work. The gearbox is really noisy. I hope that's where all of our noise is coming from. But we won't know until we know. Why am I doing this with an Allen wrench? 1/4 inch. We're also doing a whole lot of cleanup and organizing today. It is Friday. I don't feel like doing anything, and I honestly can't think when my shop gets in this shape. I know it's my fault. And I do it pretty dang frequently, which I'm gonna stop doing. Well, there's a bolt missing there. That one. Got all kinds of little bolts in this. I can't remember where quite a bit of them go. It's just been a project we've been working on all week, little by little. But we did get this machine cleaned up, and it took about 3 hours to clean. It took quite some time. That's going to be smart. Let's just bend our lead screw there. Pretty intelligent. And if the noise is in this power feed, I have no idea if you can buy parts because I've never had a servo feed like this. I assume this is just for the dial. Yeah. It's a stack of washers, little thrust washers on here. And try not to lose any of those. There's a bunch of them. I have no idea how this comes off. I really don't. I assume that nut needs to go. But what supports it if that's not on there? We won't fool around with a wrench. We'll just grab us a good old Swedish nut lathe. Oh, you stupid thing. Did that do anything? Like there's no wrench flats or... Oh, there's a nut on the back side. Okay. Oh man, that didn't feel good. Yeah, guys, I'll embarrass myself on here. I'm not too proud for that. Is this right-handed? I don't know. Okay. Well, that didn't go as planned. Enough fooling around. There we go. Now why didn't I just start like that? There we go. All right. Now, a boy can dream, but I really hope the noise was in that. I think it was. I think it was. So tell me, why do we need that on there right now? I don't think we do we? Yeah, we're not going to pull this off there now. At least that's pretty good news. That bearing has a little play, but I don't think that's what it is. I'm pretty sure the noise we were hearing is in this. Yeah, all the noise was coming out of that power feed unit right there. So, what the heck was causing it? I thought I would see something, you know, clearly broken in this. But I'm not seeing anything gear-wise. I'm not seeing anything at all. Well, guys, that's kind of frustrating. I like to see things broken clearly so that I can, you know, fix it. Because I'll spend way more time on this than I honestly need to. And that's really frustrating. So for now, we're going to put this back together just so I can use this mill manually. I'm just going to hand tighten this back up for a little preload there. You think they might have had that too tight? See if that causes a noise again. Yeah. And snug this one barely, just by hand. We're just messing around here. Grab a hold of the lead screw here. Give it a nice little tighten. Yeah, there's our noise. In that bronze one. And there's no back and forth play. I wish I had someone in here to turn that handle. Yeah, you know what? This is serving no purpose that I can see. We're not sandwiching that in a race. Is this how these are supposed to come? I mean, this has a keyway in it. There's no key there. Has someone rigged this up? And I'm just feeling the bottom of that little gear here. Might take that bearing off and pack it with some grease. For now, I'm just going to give it a quick little treatment here. Don't forget to brush your teeth. We need a Q-tip. Uh-oh, we grabbed like 10 of them. I use these tiny little Q-tips from, you can get a assorted pack from Harbor Freight. Excellent for little stuff like this. Just grab us some grease. And we're just going to pack the grease in it. Not pack it, but just give it some grease. Because I can tell there's none. And really, we want to take that. I'm going to take this back off real quick. So the power feed is a little loud, but I think it's going to work. Which is truly incredible because I bought this milling machine thinking that worst case scenario, I'll just sell the head off of it, sell the table off of it. You know, I didn't know, and I believe this might turn into a pretty good machine. You cannot find parts for an XLO, apparently. And I was not told that. Nobody warned me. But we got it, and even if it had a major known issue, I still would have got it for what we got it for. Just to scrap it, or just to part it out. We're just going to lube this bearing up real good. And we're going to lube the little bushing here. Just a little bit, not too much, because we might end up taking this apart still. This table needs a good cleaning. underneath it needs a good cleaning. This is the dirtiest machine I have ever messed with. I'm not sure how somebody got it so greasy, but I went through 3 brand new rolls of these blue rags here. And about a gallon of concentrated Simple Green. I mean, it took me all day. I spent at least 3 or 4 hours cleaning this thing. I'm not sure how in the world somebody let it get like that. The guy I bought it off of only had it sitting outside for a couple years, but it was under a tarp. But the grease and stuff and the metal chips, it obviously came out of service that dirty. And then it just sat outside and got some surface rust over the non-greased parts. So the sitting outside didn't really affect it any. Come on. I know I took 3 out. I even have a metal tray here for this very issue. Why do I do this? That's alright, I probably have some more somewhere. Where did it go? I'm sure when I edit this video, I'll see it. We're gonna grease the bore a little bit. We're gonna grease the face where it runs. You know, when in doubt, what's your first choice to make noise go away? Grease the crap out of it. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, just clean the grease off. I was sitting here thinking, okay, in this video I'm going to have to disassemble the entire, take the table off, take the cross slide off, take the knee off. Thankfully we didn't have to do that. And I use this grease for everything. This is a Schaefer's 238. If you know anything about Schaefer's, it's pretty dang good stuff. I use it for my loader pins on my tractor, my bucket pins, all that. But it is really, really good quality stuff. We're going to ditch the toothpick, the Q-tip for a minute. I'm not seeing any crazy wear. This might be a part we have to make though. That'd be a fun little job. I'm not even sure if my dividing head would divide this many teeth. This looks like it's at least like a 90 tooth or so. So it might not be something we could machine, but you never know. Just snug that down to where there's no lateral play in it. I didn't notice that before. Holy crap. Oh, right here. What in the heck? I shouldn't have play like that. Why do I get myself into crap like this? 3/16. This gib is very loose. Maybe somebody messed with this a little bit. I'm curious if we would ever get the table squared and trued up to the x-axis. I wonder if they're perpendicular or if this is not exactly perpendicular. Because that should not have any side-to-side play like that. We're just going to screw the gib in here a little bit. I think this is going to turn into a decent little milling machine. Nothing critical on this one, of course, but I hope this didn't come factory this way, because that is a piss poor little slot. I have no idea why those are there. Why that drip, why they have this falling into a slot on this. Yeah, it locks the handle, it doesn't lock the table. Oh. We're pulling the whole gib out itself. Taper it this way. Once it's wedged in that way, should be good to go. Unless we had all of it adjusted out, and that's as good as it'll get. In that case, we might have to machine us a little thicker gib. Hopefully this machine's not that worn. If it is, we're gonna get rid of it. I can't work like that. This is a very wildly entertaining video, isn't it? I hope you guys are enjoying my struggle. Okay, so we've got the gib butted up against. There we go. I'm gonna try not to break my wrist here. Okay, now that table's going to be extremely hard to, no it ain't, but guarantee it still has play in it. A little bit. Okay, dang it. We're going to use our ichrometer here and see how far it's moving. I'm going to say that's moving about 20 thousandths. Which is terrible. We might have to make us a little thicker gib. Unless you can order one, I'm not sure. I've never replaced one. Let me see if my Bridgeport has this kind of play in it. Because it's worn slap out and I don't think it does. No, it has none. And there's tons of gib travel on it still left. But we're gonna have to think this over a little bit. I'm gonna let this go for now. I'm actually going to take you up to the barn. Let me wash my hands so I don't get my camera all nasty. Want to go to the barn? We'll go to the barn. All right, you got me. We're going. So guys, it is a beautiful day out here. We're just gonna walk to the barn. It's way up there. Bear with me. I could definitely use some gravel here. The dogs are freaking out. I don't know what's going on. So, as you can see, there's the lathe. There it is, guys. We didn't drop it terrible, but we did drop it. And it is broken. And I'll show you some better pictures. There's where it landed. Broke my cover off there. Poked through the side of the barn. Got some spare parts laying around. So, we broke the coolant pump completely in half. It landed on it. We didn't hurt anything else that I can find except, which might be a deal breaker. It's too heavy, but this lathe right here looks like it was just welded to this or cast onto this. I'm not sure how. It's very heavy. I can't even lift it. But anyway, this came up and this seam came up. So the lathe itself is in fine shape. We will see though if everything works properly. Best I can tell, there's just belts going up top. So I don't think we would have bent anything, but we won't know until we try this thing out. Hook power to it whenever I feel like screwing around with it again. Because it's easily about 1,200 pounds or so. Not fun to play with. But this is just my storage barn. I've got some woodworking tools. I brought the pump up here. Of course, I've got some vices over there. Got a broken engine lift. I have a power hacksaw. It's not mine. My buddy's paying me $12,000 a month to store it here. Got a broken engine lift. Got a non-functioning die cart. Then I just keep some seldom used stuff. I use the chainsaw quite a bit, but the other things not really. This barn's in incredible shape. We did not have a catastrophic fire in here at one point. This is all 3D, CGI. Somebody's coming down my driveway. I'm gonna hide. Let's see who it is. See my cat running way down there? Oh, it's UPS. Okay, fair enough. Anyway, barn's in incredible shape. We just used a lot of CGI in the video editing process. We also started the rebuild with CGI completely. This was made like a pole barn, so it actually had posts up through the middle, and I cut those posts off. I'm gonna be cutting this one off too. Make it to where I can pull my four-wheeler and mower in here. Gonna make me a ramp and stuff, and we're just gonna use this as storage. We're gonna fence in the porch. I'll show you the porch here in a minute. Some old junk vices there that I don't ever foresee needing because they're all broken. But I've got some spare nuts there if I need them. I didn't want to film him driving up the driveway. He's here every day, so we know each other pretty well, but I don't want to be the weirdo video cameraing people. But anyway, guys, there's the lathe. There's my mess of pallets from that all need sold or burned or something. My swing, my chicken coop. And then down there's the shop. I'm not going to show you the rest of the property because I don't feel like walking that far, but it's I've got 10 acres here. About 5 of it is grass, the other 5's woods. Like all these woods down there. Some over here. But anyway, guys, I'm exhausted. I'm going to go in the house and take a nap before bed. I think I'll visit the little girl's room right here in the back. And thank you for watching, but I'm going to sign off here. I'll catch y'all later.